Hello fellow audio nerds, I'm Steph, and this is Major Hi-Fi. Final Audio, it's a company that prides itself on high quality and classy products. They make headphones and earphones, and they make some of my favorite products on the market actually. They're after the comprehensive pursuit of things that are fundamentally right. And boy oh boy, the Sonorous VIII is right. I'm really excited to get into this with you today. So let's go back in time and I'll share my thoughts with you about the Final Audio Sonorous VIII. Hey everybody, welcome back to my place. Today I've got with me the Final Audio Sonorous VIII and I'm excited to give these things a listen because I love Final Audio stuff. Alright, so here's the box. I sort of took everything out of its cardboard just to save some time, but so here's the box. It's this really nice wood, a great storage case if you are using these at home, which you probably should because they're, even though they are closed back, just from seeing them, they're sort of big. But so, here they are. They're just sitting in this case so angelically. It's like, you open the box and it's like, oh, yeah. Here they are. Really a classy look that's also like kind of loud and flashy, which is such an interesting combination to me. So looking at this headband, man, the leather that this headband is coated in is so soft, and there's a good amount of padding there. It's also really good and flexible, so it can fit pretty much any size heads, I think. And yeah, I'm noticing here there's this strip of what seems to be aluminum, and it's sort of contributing to the durability of these things. These kind of poles, just like most other Final Audio headphones, this is where you kind of change the size of them for bigger heads and smaller heads. And then yeah, another kind of characteristic thing with Final Audio is this ball joint yoke. The ear cups sort of swivel and move on that yoke. Here's a closer look. So let's see how comfortable they are here. Whoa. Okay. I'm really pleasantly surprised actually. The ear cups have a little bit of weight to them. You know, there's this like metal coating and stuff, as you can see. There are a lot of like metal sort of pieces here, which contributes a little bit to some added weight to it. But whoa, the headband really balances the weight incredibly well. It feels like very even, and it sort of distributes the weight on your neck really evenly, so it makes everything seem just lighter than they feel when you just hold them in your hands. Wow, yeah, that's really impressive. And then also I'm noticing the ear pads here, which are also coated in that. It's like the same sort of soft leather as the headband. Sort of the shape of them, they're a big enough shape where your ear can fit in there really nicely. It rests like so easily on the ear, and it kind of takes a little bit of pressure off. Like I said, in comparison to how heavy the ear cups are. Pretty sound isolating too. I've got one cable here. Really kind of light, manageable. Not too long or anything. I'm gonna just open up the bottom of the box here, show you what else we've got. So there's another cable. This one seems a bit longer actually. Yeah, it's a bit longer, but still like kind of that light, you know, it's not like a very thick cable at all. And 3.5 to 6.3 millimeter adapter there. Alright, so now I'll go over to the listening portion of the first impression. Just a disclaimer here, Final Audio recommends running sound through these for about 150 hours. That's sort of the break-in period for these headphones. They say the diaphragms can loosen up a little bit, the glue that's involved in there can loosen up a little bit, so that's sort of what I tried to do for this previous week. I've had people using them at Major Hi-Fi, I've been running sound through them, just to sort of break things up and get it loosened up a little bit. Stand by 1 second, I'll get my music stuff going together, and I'll let you know how it sounds. Alright, here we go. So I'm all set up here. Now, these headphones are really efficient actually, and I'm told they are driven just fine with an iPhone. So for this first test, I'm just going to listen with my phone through the FIO i1 as a DAC. You know, over the course of the next week or so, I'm gonna listen on some, you know, more powerful DACs and amps. But for the time being, just to get a sense for the headphones, this is my setup. All right, let's see how these babies sound. Oh my gosh, yeah. While the low end is gorgeous, it's really like solid. I'm listening to a song by Jenny Lewis called Late Bloomer, and the song kind of starts off with like this acoustic guitar and vocal, and then all of a sudden like the drums and the bass come in, and when that sort of splash happens, the low end just feels so like powerful. There's really awesome separation, and it's like quick, but it's also super warm and whoo, yeah. And now I'm listening to Camp Lo's song Short Eyes, and it's really cool because the kick drum in that is like, you could hear the full sustain of the kick drum. It sounds huge. And then the bass guitar, which is like really kind of takes up like the lows of like, you know, that register. You can really hear the full pitch and depth of that bass. The mid-range on these is really interesting, and I'm curious how it handles piano. Oh my gosh, just like the merging of like intense, beautiful, luscious warmth with like quickness and detail. How do they do that? So good. Right now I'm listening to a Brahms song because I like the way that Brahms has like this crazy energy and then will like kind of slow things down, so it can kind of show both the way that like the headphones react to both sort of scenarios. So right now I'm listening to Piano Sonata number 3 in F minor, and it starts off with this crazy energy with the fingers and a lot of like transients on that piano, and you hear like the full harmonic information, but it's not like sterile at all. It's still very like smooth, so you get that attack followed by a really beautiful warmth. Man, and the highs are like have some incredible detail, especially considering like how warm the headphones are. Whoa. Yeah, so right now I'm listening to Emmylou Harris, the song I Don't Want to Talk About It. And there's this guitar that's panned off to the right, and it does these little sort of licks, like, and I swear I could just hear like the start and stop of like this light hiss that was playing through there. I've never heard that before. Also in this song, like the percussion and the full drum kit, which has a lot of like bright stuff going on, like with the cymbals and like some subtle like little snare kind of ghost notes. Woo! You can hear all that stuff here. So now I'm listening to DJ Jazzy Jeff, the song Come On, featuring Dave Gutto, and this song sometimes can get a little harsh for me in some headphones, so I'm kind of testing to see if these get harsh. Those high frequencies are so smooth, but they're still so detailed, and it's such a like cool, yeah. so well done in the high frequencies. Like a lot of extension, but real smoothness still. So, I need to comment on the soundstage right now. I'm listening to Ani DeFranco's song Zizzing, featuring Justin Vernon of Bon Iver, and there's like a lot of sort of like bells and vibes that are sort of going on that feel distant. It feels like there's a lot of depth there, and yet they're still somehow really, really detailed, and you can hear every single like movement. So good. You can really hear the room where the drums were recorded quite well with these headphones. It's like this short kind of reverb that, yeah, it really creates a great sense of space. I'm going to have a lot of fun listening to these headphones coming up, and I'm really excited to kind of give you my further opinion of it, because already these are just, woo, some next level headphones for sure. My partner, I had her listen to these headphones as well, and she listened like really kind of loud, and I could hear some sound bleeding out of it, but she said that when I was listening at my volume, which is like, you know, like loud enough where I can hear everything that I want to hear but not blasting, she couldn't hear any sound leaking out. So just for your information. Alright, yeah, I guess let's zoom back to stuff from the future. Alright, here we go. The low frequencies aren't overemphasized, but it does create a strong and powerful foundation where everything else can sort of rest. The low frequencies are solid and they're mature, and there's also a lot of extension there, so the low frequencies are really impressive. The name of the game in the mid-range is warmth and musicality. The mid-range is coated in this luscious smoothness that's just absolutely gorgeous. And since the whole mid-range sort of has this smoothness to it, it actually seems to contribute to a little bit of a low-mid bump, which makes these headphones really quite powerful. And really, they work for all genres. The high frequencies are spacious and detailed. They're really beautiful, and not only are they beautiful, but they really reveal a lot in a piece of music, so much so that you might just end up hearing something you've never heard in your music before. That happened to a few of us over here at Major Hi-Fi, where we listened to something on here and we noticed something that, whoa, we haven't really quite heard before. The highs have really wonderful extension, and that extension and really the quickness of the highs here really contributes to a sense of realism up there that makes listening to acoustic music a really special experience. It kind of becomes a little bit more real and a little bit more emotional in that sense. I love the soundstage on these headphones because there's a real sense of depth with them, but the depth of it doesn't cloud the detail. So you have these things that are set kind of further back in space, front to back, and but they don't lose any detail. So you get this sense of depth while maintaining a sense of intimacy, and I think that that's just such a musical choice and a musical experience, and that's one thing that makes these headphones really special. And additionally, the high and low frequency extension contributes to the height of it that you experience with these headphones quite a bit. So overall, I mean, especially for a pair of closed back headphones, the soundstage is remarkable and also really musical. The Final Audio Sonorous VIII is a gorgeous set of headphones. If you're an audiophile looking to expand your collection, get the next step up, or if you just have the cash to spare, you would really be missing out if you didn't give these headphones a listen. They're absolutely beautiful. The sound is warm and very musical, an awesome soundstage. They have a classy look and they're really comfortable too. All of this while being a closed back set of headphones, which is pretty remarkable because you won't bug your spouse or your neighbor or somebody else in the room, but you can still get the audiophile quality music that, that you've come to expect and that you've come to love.
thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. All right, everybody, I'll see you next time. Bye.